Hello guys and welcome back to Piofiore, and I'm on Nicola's road because the guide says so. As I would have
Yeah.
chosen someone else. But as
I
we
wonder
have
who.
already yeah, as we've already noticed, I've changed everyone's name into a cooler name because the names are questionable. Oh
Oh,
look, Robbie. Um but
Robin.
here we are. We are slowly meeting everyone. And that's if you have had a horrible work day like me, then this will be the joy of the day. So let's jump
What?
right into it. The
Oh, yeah.
following day, after Nico introduced me to Loki. Okay, the windows are all done. Why am I cleaning again? Why?
She's she's now a maid.
いいんですよ、掃除なんて。
I know
Well,
Leo, but I'm obviously
a
weird.
cleaner hall like.
あなたは保護されているわけで、メイドとして雇われているんじゃないんですから。ただでさえ、食事の準備とかも手伝ってもらってるってのに。
I have nothing better to do.
Apparently not.
But I need to do something to pass the time. Julia asked for help too. The
read a
lady's
book.
always sheeping. Back when I was at the church, we had all had our responsibilities and chores for the day. I want to do chores,
Oh boy.
said no one ever.
Yeah, really.
So I can't imagine passing the time without doing anything.
習慣ってことですかね。じゃあせめて、趣味の範囲でお願いしますよ。
Cleaning.
Praying, cleaning, cooking. My hobbies, apparently. This is all I do.
あなたをこき使ってると思われたら、俺が大目玉食らっちゃいますからね。ニコラさんに。
Okay. If that happens, then call me. I'll explain myself to Nico.
よろしくお願いします。
He's really scared of him. After I finished wiping down the windows, I peeked into the kitchen to see Julia.
ああ、いいところに。
Yeah, I came to help in the kitchen apparently. Something I always do.
申し訳ないんですが、ダンテ坊ちゃんにカプチーノを運んでもらえます？今手が離せなくて。
Julia, you're shipping us again. What? We've done it now? Julia, come on.
What the fuck?
Why, of course. To his office, right?
ええ、お願いします。
He's gonna be excited to see me serving him the cappuccino, isn't he? He said I should only enter when he calls me though. I remember. I'm scared of the mafia boss, I remember.
You'll be fine.
Nah, they're all in the mafia. Huh? Just as I was about to knock on the door, I heard someone's voice coming from inside. Oh god, she's also listening in.
ああ、今後も何か困ったことがあれば遠慮なく頼ってくれ。
Isn't that the police dude?
No.
You sure? I mean, not
It's
the
not-
Robbie, the other one, Marco.
No, it's not him.
君のお父様の代からファルツォーネとはずっと懇意にしてきたのだから。
Are you sure? It sounds a bit like him.
It's not Robin.
I know this voice.
It's not Marco.
Is it Gérard Paris?
Yes, it's not
Oh
Marco.
yeah. Gérard Paris was a famous Bologna politician. He was very popular among the citizens. I remember him coming to church often to see how the children were doing.
Everyone is just going to church. Don't they have anything else to do?
No!
Wait, what's day is
I
it?
didn't know
Tuesday.
he had
Church.
connections with the Falzone family. That's really great if you stand outside and listening in. She's just asking for troubles. Isn't it breaking the rules? They really like the rules. I don't want to die. I guess I shouldn't go in now.
Yeah, cheers.
Nico?
どうしたのかな、こんなところで。ダンテに用事？
I'll have to bring him the coffee, and I'm standing here like an idiot because I'm too scared to go in.
Just about
Nico?
right.
Nico looked down at my hands and immediately responded.
ああ、カプチーノか。僕が運ぶよ。ちょうどダンテに仕事の話があるからね。
It's like, do not talk with any other guy.
Yeah.
Just stay in your room, so I have you for myself. Okay. Are you sure? I felt bad. He was going to take it down when Julia asked me to do it. I don't feel bad. Give it to him.
気にしないで。と言っても、君は気にするか。じゃあ、代わりに僕にエスプレッソを入れてもらえるかな。
Now it's Hakuki time again. Go and make me tea. Chisuro, tea time. Go, go. Now it's like, how about a please? How about a little please? How about you make me an espresso, little lady? We're starting again. We're starting again. Commanding me around.
後でサロンに行くから。そうだな。30分後くらいにお願いできる？
So what? Make your own espresso. I go clean the windows again. You can count on me. Thank you, Nico. Thank you as well. Thank you for commanding me to make your coffee. Oh my god. Here we go again. I thank Nico for being so thoughtful as I handed over the tray with the cappuccino. I turned around and left the office, heading back to the kitchen. He's like, stay away from my tante. 30 minutes had passed. Nico? Here's the espresso you asked for. Didn't he say in the saloon, you stupid woman?
Yeah.
As a small token of my appreciation, I also brought a small tray of pistachio biscotti to the salon when all of a sudden...
あまり警察を見くびるなよ。罪を認めろ。ニコラ・フランチェスカ。
Robbie, no! Please, Robbie, go away! Yeah, really, question mark.
Yeah.
静かにしてくれないかな。最近寝不足でね、頭に響くんだ。
Oh, welcome to my world.
I think this is the actions going down song. I'm trying to get used to the songs. By the way, I hate the color brown. It's very brown. This is upsetting for my eyes. I stopped right at the entrance to the salon. Inside were Nico and Roberto, along with a number of the Falzone's men. The men had their guard up and were ready to pounce on Roberto at any time. He saw me. Noticing me at the entrance, Roberto suddenly gasped in surprise. I'm just working here. Found a new place to stay.
Yeah.
Nico didn't say a word to him and instead looked at me and smiled.
ありがとう。嬉しいよ。
I brought your fucking espresso because that's the way I am, apparently. I'm sorry, I didn't know you had a guest. Guest.
I'm not guest.
I only brought enough here for you.
いいんだよ。彼はすぐ帰るからね。
He'll be leaving shortly in a casket.
Wow.
Oh, he's been thrown into the sea.
Damn.
With that shackle thingy on the leg.
Oh.
Mafia style. He's backed up. Thrown in the garbage.
Wow.
He tells you to fuck off, Robbie.
Piss off.
Roberto glared at Nico's lack of interest. I could tell very easily that Roberto was beyond angry. He's had it, officially.
Wow.
お前が納得のいく説明をするなら、俺もすぐに帰ってやる。
He was trying his best to hold in his anger, but it was quite apparent in his eyes.
お前が裏から手を回して、投獄されていたファルツォーネの構成員を強引に釈放させたことは分かっている。
This is how it works, my friend.
罪を償ってもいない犯罪者を放免するなど、釈明のしようもない重罪だろ。
Look at Nicola, he doesn't give a care in the world.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the face of someone who doesn't give a shit what you're saying, my friend.
説明はもう済ませたはずだよ。君にではなく、警察署と裁判所に。 公的な手順を踏んでね。
犯罪者め。恥を知れ。
Bumps. He's attacking him personally. He really wants to
No.
be shackled and thrown into the sea.
Yep.
君はどうも僕を買いかぶってくれているようだけど、僕一人に一体何ができたっていうのかな。司法に干渉するだけの権力があるって？
Totally.
The way he says it, in the tone.
司法と警察が公正に判断した結果、ファルツォーネの構成員は釈放された。それだけのことじゃないか。
Nicola replied gently in an effort to try and quell Roberto's anger. Then, all of a sudden, the tone of his voice changed. Uh-oh.
最近、年頃の女性が失踪する事件が続いていたよね。それが急にピタリと止んだ。事件性の有無すら判断できない君たち警察は捜査をさっさと切り上げて、手が空いたのをいいことに、いそいそとマフィアの検挙に乗り出してきたってところかな。
Boom. I quietly listened to their conversation, just standing there. La la la.
そんな暇つぶしの影響を受けるこちらの迷惑も考えてほしいね。
マフィアを検挙するのは我々警察の正当な職務だ。
Robbie, let's be frank, pissed off.
Yeah. All the.
一つの事件が落ち着けば次の仕事に移るのは当然だろう。
They ended because Nico saved me and Loki.
Yeah.
Loki saved me. And you did nothing. But I nearly died. He was swallowed my own spit.
Wow. Okay.
そもそも犯罪組織に属するお前たちに警察を批判する資格はない。
If he's the secret love interest, I'm gonna be sad. Just sad.
資格はないね。君は自分が口にする言葉をもう少し顧みた方がいい。
I told you, Robbie. I told you.
この町で僕たちファルツォーネに対して単なる一刑事がそんな態度をとっていいと思っているのかな。自分にはその資格があるって？親切心から忠告しておくよ。
Oh, look at his face. He's like, okay, yeah, now out with you.
今後は身の振り方に注意すべきだ。少なくとも君がブルローネの住民でいるうちは。
At least learn how things work around here. I guess Nico has no plans of causing further ruckus, at least for now. The tension began to rise in the saloon. Oh man. And I'm just standing there like, shoot down, shoot down, shoot down.
Wow.
Roberto was still glaring at Nico. He opened his mouth to speak, but
Nothing came out.
Leo knocked on the wall to request attention.
ニコラさん、お客です。マルコ。
He's here to pick up his son, Robbie. On the kindergarten.
Yeah.
I've lost
Okay.
Robbie. Have you guys seen him? Ah, Robbie, let's go.
Yeah. What the hell are you doing here? What the?
迷惑をかけてすまねえな、ニコラ。そいつの勝手な言動は全部上司の俺の責任だ。
マルコ、あなたがこんな奴らに頭を下げる必要は。
Can you shut the fuck up, Roberto? You're wasting my fucking free time with Nico.
ロベルト、お前はまだこの町の仕組みがわかんねえのか。
Now he wants to end up in a bag. Thrown in the sea, as I already said.
いい加減にしろ。帰るぞ。
Roberto reluctantly headed to the door with Marco. I told you, Marco, he's picking up his child from daycare.
Yeah. Really.
On his way out, he stopped in front of me. Oh no, what is it?
お前も来い。
That will help. Come with me. Why is everyone commanding me? What about please? You
'Cause
all
you're
have no
lazy.
manners.
Yeah, really. He had no manners, that guy.
Huh?
何をやっているのか知らないが、お前はこんな連中のところにいるべきじゃない。
It's his way of protecting me. But someone should protect him instead.
マフィアとはさっさと手を切り、今まで通り教会で下働きでもしていればいいだろう。
Oh, I...
まったく信じられないな。君は女性に対しても高圧的な態度を取るんだね。
You just commanded me to make you espresso. You are not one to talk.
彼女がどこにいるのかなんて彼女が決めることだよ。それとも連行でもするつもり？
For what? Cleaning the windows?
貴様らのことだ。何か弱みを握って彼女を拉致監禁しているんだろう。
It's my own free will. Fuck off. Who asked you? What the hell?
マフィアの屋敷に教会の娘がいる。どう考えても異常だ。
Can you leave me alone? Why drag me into your guys' square? I'm just standing here, bystanding, sidecarring.
今この瞬間こそ言い逃れできない犯罪の証拠になる。
Roberto's hostility was growing. I'm here out of my free will. Fuck off now.
Yeah, really. Almost. Sister says you stay here.
Roberto, I'm afraid you have misunderstood.
誤解だと。
I'm here of my own will. There's nothing at me that the police need to worry about.
自分の意思でマフィアの屋敷に。いや、そんなわけがないだろう。信じられない。ありえない。絶対に。
Now you care for me? What about my lemons? You did not pick up one of my lemons. I remember clearly. I've not forgotten. You bumped into me and didn't pick up my lemons. But it is the truth, and Nico gently placed his hand on my shoulder to try and calm me down. Okay.
この子は僕の大切な女性だよ。
Jeez. His special someone. The special one who brings the fucking coffee. Yeah, really question mark. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're all confused here.
まさか警察は人の恋路にまで首を突っ込んだりしないよね。
Okay. Special someone? Yeah, character. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, I remember the first time you slept in his house and were hands holding. Yanagi was already dialing the fucking police. Maybe that's why Roberto's here. Yanagi went through.
That could be, yeah.
He's joking like usual, right? This is a bit too much for me to handle. He's not joking. He has not been joking once, character. Roberto looks stunned. Seeing me show favourable disposition towards the mafia must be shocking to him. I could only assume that he was witnessing was far beyond belief from his point of view. Hello, there's only 2 girls in my age anymore in this whole town. Only Elena and me because the others are abducted. That's what they said, remember? They don't really have much choices. Can take Julia or Sister Sophia.
Well, yeah, that's...
覚えておくといい。彼女を傷つけるのは僕が許さない。君の正義を押し付けるな。
He tells you to fuck off.
貴様！
というわけで、刑事さんたちはそろそろ帰ってくれないかな。
That he can stay so calm. I would not be calm.
これ以上僕たちの貴重な時間を奪わないでほしいね。
Yeah, well, he took away from my alone time with Nico.
帰るぞロベルト。
しかしマルコ。
お前が心配する気持ちは多少わからんでもないが、この子を大事にしてくれんだろ、ニコラ。
もちろん。
なら別に問題ねえな。
Marco somewhat forcefully dragged Roberto out of the manor.
それで、あの刑事を親切に屋敷へ入れてあげたのは誰なのかな？
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, someone's had to roll. I feel like back in Alice in Wonderland. Wonderful Wonderland, that's what the name is in the German, I think. It's Alice in the Counter of Hearts or whatever. It's also mafia. They're also shooting each other all the time.
What?
Yeah. And Oz Mafia is also always with Mafia. So I've got used to this theme.
俺だ。
Fuck.
Falzone member B wants to die. Tja. Are you cleaning him up right now in front of me or doing later?
最低の判断だね。
Uh-oh, punishment.
いくら屋敷の前で騒いでいたからって、わざわざ招き入れてやる必要はなかった。
You're still taking away of our together time, but do your duty. Let me just stand here. I served you your coffee and I'm standing there like a maid. I'd never seen Nico this angry before, as he scolded his elder subordinate.
屋敷の中で暴力沙汰になると僕たちに不利に働く可能性が高い。先に手を出したのがどちらでもね。騒ぎが大きくなればもみ消すのも面倒になる。場合によってはカポの評判にも関わる。
Uh-oh. Never dirty Dante's name.
頼むから、こんなくだらないことでダンテを煩わせないでほしいね。
Uh-oh. His best buddy.
申し訳ない。ファミリーに誓って同じミスは犯さない。
In the name of the family. Oof. There is a meanwhile story.
Yeah.
What's this meanwhile story stuff? Okay.
This was happening
Unsightly.
in the meanwhile.
Is Robbie outside upset?
そんなまさか
It's impossible.
彼女がニコラの情婦にだと信じられない。
Excuse me, who's mistress? Mistress! I'm getting
Well.
degraded again. Degraded.
That's how it
情
goes.
婦ね。お前、本気でそう思ってんのか？
Mistress. I got goosebumps from that. I don't like it.
は？
さっきのニコラの話、どうせほとんどが嘘だろうさ。
A mouth full of lies. Okay, that's a translation I've not heard before.
Huh?
彼女を手元に置く理由はおそらく他にある。だが、それはあいつらの都合ってもんだ。
Mistress.
本人同士が納得してる以上、俺たち警察が介入する問題じゃねえよ。
彼女は何か大きな犯罪にでも巻き込まれているのか。
Probably.
Oh shit, maybe I am. I clenched
I
my
cle-
fist and glared at the manor. Oh, so you wanted. Yeah,
Uh,
you go. Go ahead. It's a guy time. Sorry.
Yeah. I clenched my fist and glared at Manor. The extravagance of it, built with the hand-earned money of the people, looked unsightly to me.
2 sentences. Well.
Well, I had to do something.
I could only stand by and watch as the espresso went colder by the minute.
なんだか変なところを見せてしまったね。怖かったんじゃない？
I wasn't scared, but you're weird.
Yeah.
Always lying, huh? Just a little.
君が入れてくれたエスプレッソを飲み終わったら、外の空気でも吸いに行こうか。
But it's espresso, just chuck it down, boy.
Yeah.
気分転換しよう。中庭の花壇にちょうど新しい花が咲いていたよ。
Because flower watching has also been added to my hobbies.
Yeah.
Because I'm a gentle flower.
Apparently.
Yes, I can't wait. Please don't forget that that flower watching is now also my hobby list.
Mm-hmm.
I awkwardly nodded at Nico's smile. And we're back here.
Cool.
Let out a sigh in the garden. The cool air felt much better compared to the tension back in the salon. Well, you could have just left the room, you know. You didn't have to stand there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just piss off.
Nico? Oh, love song, I think. I think. Well, what's that song? You were talking earlier about how the abductions weren't happening anymore. Well, you're the only girl left. I recalled Luke imagining something similar as well. Back then I didn't have the chance to ask about it, but does that mean the Lao Shu have stopped? Can I go back home then? Oh, he didn't like that.
Yeah, that's enough.
Nico smiled hesitantly at me. Ah, it's a facade. I know that. I have a character like that in my book. And spoke as if we were comforting a child and dead now too.
そうだね。君が人身売買のために狙われることはなくなった。
Well then, bye.
That's it.
I'm going back to the church. My amazing bed. My stony room. Cold.
けど、君はラオ州の犯罪の目撃者なんだ。今後も狙われる可能性は十二分にある。
Oh no, he's finding something, so I stay.
Oh boy.
Then when can I go home?
Never.
ファルツォーネがラオ州を潰せば、君は安全になる。
Ah, well, that will take a while, I guess.
Seems so.
How long might that take? Weeks? Months?
Years.
Nico quietly closed his eyes, hearing my anxious questions.
ごめんね。
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, how dare you go out at night?
I understood very well how much effort they made in securing my safety. Well, and trying to eliminate the lost shoe wasn't going to happen overnight. It would obviously take some time. I know the Falzone is doing a lot for me, but I hope I can leave soon. The church is my home after all.
Yeah.
Asking for that wasn't going to help Nico at all. I decided to talk about this conversation with Roberto to change the subject.
Why him?
Nico?
どうしたの？
Remember you said that you got your man released from the police? Oh my god, don't ask him about his work.
Yeah.
That was all true, right?
よくわかったね。
How?
I stood there while you guys were talking.
Yeah.
It sounded real coming from you. You're the underboss after all.
Uh-huh.
He looked at me with his usual calm expression.
僕は法に背く行いをする。ロベルトの言うように紛れもない犯罪者だ。
Character? Come on, character. A little bit suspicious you have to be as well. Don't just fall into his hands.
Yep.
But can't you make choices that don't go against the law? He just shot someone in front of you. You can make choices that is not against the law.
The pretty boy wanna go bang bang bang, okay? That's how it is.
そんなものが存在するなら君の希望を叶えてあげたい気持ちもあるけど、そもそも君は僕たちファルツォーネがマフィア。
Well, you didn't have to remember me about that. You know, my character might be slow.
犯罪組織なんだってこと忘れてしまっているんじゃないかな。
Already forgot that. The members of the Falzone family have all treated me well since my arrival here. Maybe that had warped my perception. It hasn't warped mine. There's still gonna be shit going down. I feel it. I know it.
Uh-huh.
I was probably living a life that lacked any input from reality. Almost as if I were dreaming. Nico's words brought me back to my senses. I was being held in custody of the mafia. I was under the care of a criminal organization. Sister Sophia's like, this is Dante, you guys wake out now. Thanks, Sister Sophia. Save me instead. No. You go ahead, little girl.
僕たちは力を示す必要がある。
Demonstrate power.
Okay.
力のある相手には誰も歯向かおうとしないからね。結果として余計な争いは避けられる。これが最も合理的な方法だと思うよ。失望したかな。
It doesn't disappoint me, but my characters are apparently a bit naive, so...
Yeah.
I responded to Nico. Oh. I responded it doesn't. Anyone who lives in Bologna knows that the mafia here doesn't do what they do for charity. So what you told me doesn't change how I view the mafia.
へえ、がっかりするかと思っていたけど、意外と芯が強いんだね、君は。
I'm not a stupid little girl sometimes.
Sometimes.
But I'm disappointed in myself.
君自身に？どうして？
That was honest.
Wow.
My personality centers empathy is tingling. That felt honest. I was being too optimistic. Wasn't thinking properly, living here under this level of care and comfort. I should have put more thought on what it meant to be under the custody. I'm being protected by the mafia, so it's no surprise I'd be involved in your affairs. But I hope that's not the case. All I know is that I'm in an environment where that could happen.
いや。
Yes.
I don't want to go against the law.
君は僕が思っていたよりずっと気丈みたいだね。
Nico looked at me with interest, then let out a chuckle.
他に何か気になることは？
Well, where do I start? Why do I have to make your route first? Can we start there? Anything else? I'm bored most of the time. I have cleaned your windows. Do you understand how bored I must be?
Pretty bored.
I was a bit surprised at how strict you were against one of your men. Really? That's bothering you? That's not bothering me. I thought that was normal.
Yeah.
I know you said you weren't kind to your men, but still.
うちのファミリーは規律に厳しいからね。掟を破った者に対してだったらいくらでも非常になる。
We said that earlier. So.
Yeah, then what are the rules?
敵味方関係なく容赦はしない。
Rules. Need to know them. It's not that I didn't believe him. But after seeing the harshness play out in front of me today, it made me realize. Maybe I was being a bit too optimistic of the situation I was in.
規律は大切だからね。末端のほころびはいずれ組織を崩壊させる。だからこそ構成員一人一人の行動には気を払わなくちゃいけない。僕はダンテをファルツォーネファミリーを支える立場の人間だからね。
His best friend forever. Besties.
ファミリーの害になる目は素早く摘む。それが僕に課せられた役目だよ。
That must be Nico's role as the underboss. This might have been the first time I saw Nico as the member of the mafia. I've seen it the whole time.
じゃあ、改めて君に聞こうかな。君は今、マフィアの幹部である僕と二人きりで話をしているわけだけど、どう？怖くはない？
It's a trick question, I'm not scared. I respond to his question. What? I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I was scared of Seiki, but that one is not scary. I'm not scared. We're both human, so I'm not scared. Both human? Oh, okay. Weird.
勇敢なんだね、君は。
Cool. I guess. You've been treating me nicely ever since I came here too. Too nicely.
あまり信じすぎてはいけないよ。僕は悪い人間だからね。何せ犯罪者だ。
I think we will hear that in this game very often. See your life choices. They're all criminals. Yeah, really.
They are mafia, so I think
What
so.
are you
Yeah.
expecting, character?
Yeah.
Nico's teasing words made me giggle.
ああ、そういえば、
Huh.
さっきロベルトたちに対して君のことを僕の大切な人だって紹介しちゃったね。
Yeah, I remember.
君の承諾も得ずに勝手な真似をしてごめん。心から謝罪するよ。
He apologized. That's what you apologized. Where were your manners? Where were your manners when you ordered the espresso, huh? Now you apologize. Oh, well, better than nothing, I guess.
Mm.
Well, it did surprise me, but you had to do what you had to do. Don't
Really?
worry about me. It's alright, I understand.
ありがとう。けど、やっぱり言い訳としては下の下だったかも。
Why?
Yeah.
Really?
だってほら、あの刑事は君のことが気になっているみたいだし。
Hmm.
I'm making the surprise overload face right now. Yeah, really? What?
Really?
What? You mean Roberto? No. No! Absolutely not! No! No! Please don't be my special love interest. No!
That's an absolute nope.
We both know it's him.
No.
Why? You know he's a church to you. For fuck's sake!
No.
He's never been particularly kind to me. In fact, he may actually hate me. No,
Good.
it's all a game. Oh no! No.
Hey.
What is in kindergarten?
Maybe.
Well, I have more goosebumps.
Ugh.
Cold, cold, cold. Okay. We have never even spoken casually before.
ふーん。
Okay.
Tell me what you know, Nico. Spit it out.
Yeah, really.
That's all? No, it got interesting. I went in my room. A few days passed since Marco's visit to the manor. Come in. Okay, so see it. Nico, what is all of this?
教会から君の荷物が届いたんだ。シスターソフィアが身の回りのものをまとめてくれたらしい。
You mean my Bible?
Wow. Something.
Sister Sophia packed it, and there's a letter. Go make out with Dante. What? What is this letter? And with hearts on it, like Dante plus Lilliana. Oh man, Sister Sophia, why are you backstabbing me?
No, no, no.
君宛ての手紙も預かっているよ。返事を書くなら届けてあげる。
There's even a letter. Dante plus Lilliana in a heart. Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
my. What a pleasant surprise. Grazie, Nico.
どういたしまして。ダンテからも君には不自由させないようにって頼まれているからね。
Well, I mean, if you ordered it, I guess you have to follow it if you're his bestie,
Yeah.
brother. Dante said that. After Nico took his leave, I began thinking to myself, oh no, that's gonna fail. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Dante for a long while now. No, character! Well, he's the boss, so it's only natural that he would be busy. The last time I saw Dante was when Sister Sophia was here. Yeah, we all remember that. She meant. Nico took the cappuccino from me and brought it to Dante by stead too. Oh man. If I'm on the road with Dante, is Nico gonna try to kill me? I'm scared. They all pretend to be nice, but I doubt that. I think shit's gonna go down in this story very fast. Dante was the Falzone family boss and the heir to the manor. His care and his discretion provided me all that I needed to live here comfortably. Isn't there a way I can show him my thanks? I kept wondering about it as I left the room to go to the kitchen to make him some food.
ダンテ坊ちゃんの好きなものですか？
Apparently that's what I'm asking, yes.
そうですね。いろいろありますよ。好き嫌いのはっきりしている方ですから。
Uh-huh. Does he like sweets? Maybe fruits?
甘いものは大体お食べになりますよ。果物ならイチゴなんてお好きですね。
Strawberries. Strawberries? That's perfect. I made some strawberry jam back at church. Oh no, you're not going outside to get it.
まさか取りに行くつもりですか？ニコラ坊ちゃんが許さないと思いますよ。
Yeah. Well, it's okay, I have Leo. Leo, where are you? Where the fuck are you? Behind me somewhere. Like hiding behind the counter. Could someone get them for me, perhaps?
ええ、それならいいでしょう。
That could be
後でメイドたちが買い物に行くついでに教会に寄ってもらいます。
Really? Thank you, Julia. That would be great.
お礼ならメイドにお願いしますよ。私は洗濯物を片付けに行ってきますから。
You know what? I'm helping you because I love to do the laundry.
キッチンにあるものは好きにお使いなさいな。
Okay. Thank you.
How did you mess it up?
I hurriedly rolled up my sleeves in preparation. Pancakes? Good, it came out perfectly cakey. Out from the oven came a freshly baked strawberry costata. Cakey.
The cutting board is not correctly drawn. Look at the perspective of the cutting board. It's wrong.
I baked using a very flaky cookie dough filled with the strawberry jam I made back at the church. I promised to bake a fresh pie for the maid who brought the jam for me today.
いい匂いがすると思ったら君だったんだね。ジュリアは？
I don't know.
She went to do
Stalker.
the laundry. Stalker.
彼女も忙しい人だね。それで君は？
I made a cake for Dante.
I just started.
Me, I was just baking some costata.
うん、それはわかるんだけど、今日は出払っている人間が多いから、わざわざお茶の準備はいらないだろ？
I have no other hobbies.
Yeah, really.
だから、それ誰のために焼いたのかなって。
For Dante? Well, for you, Nicola! Nah, I'm not lying. Sorry. For Dante? I begged him for Dante. I just wanted to thank him for letting me stay here. It's the least I can do to show respect to him as a boss. Oh, please don't kill me. I'm scared.
And look at your sad face. But I wanted your goodies.
Am I overstepping my boundaries?
いや、そんなことないと思うよ。ダンテも喜ぶんじゃないかな。あれで甘いもの好きだし。
I feel like this was the wrong answer for some reason, but it's in my thingy, so in my walkthrough, so.
それに、ダンテを気遣ってくれるのは僕としてもありがたいよ。
Or maybe it was good because it's his brother, his actual love interest.
Wow.
Wow. Say, Nico, do you mind having a bite? I began to cut the costata into slices. I was planning on serving a slice to Dante. The rest was for everyone else here.
味見か。
Are you feeding him? You don't
Yeah,
like costatas? Or is it a strawberry you don't like?
そんなことはないんだけど、ダンテには感謝の贈り物で、僕は味見なんだなーって。
He's upset. He wanted it.
What do you want to eat, me?
That's not what I was implying.
本当に？
He's playing. Typical. Now I heard the Shiraishi character, the playing one.
Ah.
Did you not hear it? I heard it. I really appreciate what you've done too. I thought that was pretty clear.
もっとはっきり伝えてほしいな。その特別っていうのを、ぜひ。
Slime, creepy. Creepy. How?
そうだな。その美味しそうなクロスタータの一口目を君が食べさせてくれるっていうのはどう？
Oh no, a shocker. Pikachu surprise face.
Ah.
What? The overlord surprise face? I said this is... See, yeah, first I played too many visual novels. Second, I'm writing myself. So I knew this was coming. It was asking for it. The moment was clear. Some moments are asking for certain moments, okay?
Well,
Huh?
だって特別なんだよね。
Just feed it to him, character.
Just
Don't
shove
give
it in his mouth.
Don't give it a thought. Shove it
Just
in his mouth.
make him shut up.
He's coming closer. Nico naturally came closer to me, all the while his usual smile.
それとも
Fine, I'll feed it to you. I held the fork up in my hand. I want a picture. No use in me holding back here. I need to do this. Character, you don't need to do this, but you're doing it. Because I don't know why. But you're very friendly. And he's... I think he's lying. Character. Be careful. If I don't
He's
do
definitely
this, I
lying.
feel like things are only going to take a turn for the worse. Yeah, huh? Ooh, he's nicely drawn there.
Well, hello there.
And the main character is nicely looking as well.
Yeah?
That's really nicely drawn. There, you can have it. Okay. Just shove it in his mouth.
I just...
We looked at each other closely. Yeah, I can see that. His charming smile was relaxed while my face and body were tense from the pressure. Just eat the cakey. Okay, here I go.
そんな厳しい顔して言われてもね、嫌なら無理しなくていいんだよ。
Just shove it in his mouth, character. It's not that. It's just embarrassing.
そんなに恥ずかしいんだったら無理にとは。
Just fucking shove it in his mouth. It's okay, Nico. I want to show you my appreciation. This is just my way of showing that. I said it strongly as if I were trying to convince myself.
君がそこまで言ってくれるならお願いしようかな。
Yes, open up, Nico.
いただきます。
And with that, I slowly moved the costata closer to his mouth. Just shove it in, character. I disappeared from my fork. Nicola opened wide and took a bite. Now it's gone.
美味しかったよ。ごちそうさま。
He loves it. My pleasure. I worked really hard on it, so I hope you liked it. It's just tasting it for boys. Is there a problem?
いや、君のこと好きだなと思って。
Is he just playing? I feel like he's fooling me. I ain't no boo-boo the fool, my friend.
Boo-boo the fool.
You're lying, right?
ひどいな。嘘じゃないよ。
I feel like he's always playing with me. But you aren't serious, are you?
まあ、それはね。
Sort of. Sort of.
She also have a green shirt on.
You're a kind gentleman, but sometimes you can be really mean. I don't think it's very nice to see things that can't be misunderstood. What are you laughing at? Nico laughed like a kid and moved away. You can lie with a smile on your face. I'd better watch out next time.
君だって人のこと言えないよ。普段はおしとやかなお嬢さんだけど、たまに結構辛口だよね。
Excuse me? I always act like a lady. I am a lady. What does it mean I have my moments?
それに、僕だって嘘ばかり言っているわけじゃないんだから、そんなに警戒しなくても。
I'm a good church girl. I've not lied yet. Have I lied yet? No, right?
No.
Okay. You don't even deny that you lie. I let out a deep sigh. And placed down the slice of costata on a plate. It was freshly baked, so I should take it to his office where it was still warm. Is gonna let me do that? Okay.
ダンテ、入るよ。
Oh, okay, I have the sidecar with me. Nicola knocked, then opened the door without waiting for Dante's response.
不可能なら可能にすればいい。勘違いするな。これは命令だ。
I love that voice actor. He's on the phone. Maybe we'd better come back later. I worriedly looked at Nico to see what we should do. He smiled back as if there was nothing to worry about.
話は終わりだ。切るぞ。
Oh my god, I'm disturbing him. Dante ended the call abruptly and quietly put down the phone.
それで、何をしに来た？
I was scared. I brought you a cake. As a token of appreciation. Dante looked at us with a frown. I responded hesitantly. I baked a crostata to show my appreciation for all that you have done for me.
There's no poison in it.
I was hoping you would like it.
そうか。
僕もさっき食べさせてもらったけど、美味しかったよ。
I can watch that it's not poisoned. That's what they're saying. Without changing his expression, Dante took a bite of the costata. He then took a sip of the cappuccino and savored the pairing.
入れ。失礼します。あ、やっぱりニコラさんここにいたんですね。ちょっと報告が。
Well, then I should piss out. Okay, guys. Well, we have already played our time, unfortunately. Because I love this game. Stuff is happening. Nicola is full of shit. He thinks I'm Boo the Fool.
Yeah, apparently.
Robbie is unreasonable.
Yup.
And here we are. I'm baking for Dante. And he liked it, apparently.
Oh yeah. You are now the new maid.
Yeah,
That's what you are.
the new cook. Replacing Julia in the future. Well, unfortunately, I cannot choose Leo. I would choose Leah. But here we are.
Yep.
I will have to face that I can't choose him. Again,
Yeah.
can't choose a character I want to choose. But yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.